Hey guys, this is RaedFrost, and this is the Inner Circle's reaction to World of Warcraft Legion. We actually recorded a video yesterday, but sadly, mostly because of Windows 10, the audio was not saved. But that's a good thing, because now we have Drakoric with us. Say hi, Drak.
Hello.
Returning as usual, we have our now Pandaren Huntress, Jupiter. Say hi, Jupe.
Oh, hi.
And fellow guildie member, the Paladin, Cretan. Say hi, Cretan.
Hello.
Now here in the background, you're going to be able to see us running through Black Temple as a form of celebration of the return of Illidan. But the audio recording is from today, so it might not match up with what you guys are watching, but in any case, I'm still going to interlace this with some of the announcement videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the new expansion. Now, World of Warcraft Legion. So we're going to go to the Broken Isles, we're going to level up in all the way up to level 110. We saw Moose, we saw Illidan, we're discussing the Emerald Dream, so many things are coming. What is the one thing you guys are most looking forward to in this next expansion? Drak?
Demon Hunters.
Pretty much. That's basically what everybody is saying. Demon Hunters is essentially the new class, the new hero class that's coming in Legion. Curiously enough, I believe it's the first class to only have 2 specs. Or rather, two specs. That goes along with Druids having 4 specs. Feral Guardian, Balance, and Restoration. Now we have Demon Hunters, who are only gonna have... Let me see. Where did that go? Here we go. Vengeance, which is the tank spec, and Havoc, which is the DPS spec. Now, for some odd reason, there are people who are speculating that they can have Demon Hunters of any race. That just doesn't make any freaking sense. Demon Hunters are exclusive to elves, and only elves can be Demon Hunters.
Night Elf, Blood Elf, that'd be the only 2 I would think.
And lore-wise are the only 2 that actually make any freaking sense.
It would still be cool to see like orc demon hunters.
That would be something.
Or hell, even human demon hunters.
That'd be interesting.
Worgen demon hunters.
What the hell is wrong with you?
No.
They would look so cool.
How about a big fat Pandaren Demon Hunter? There we go.
You know, there's actually
No?
fan art of that. There's actual fan art of that.
Oh my, that'd be funny as hell.
It's actually rather ridiculous, but it's so much fun. Essentially, someone took all the different bosses of WoW, like Illidan, Kael'thas, Arthas, and turned them all into Pandaren. But holy crap, Pandaren Illidan just looks so freaking badass. Fat, but badass. I'll see if I can find it and put it up in the video. It just looks so good. Now discussing Demon Hunters, what are you guys' opinion about the double jump? Everybody's saying it's OP as hell. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, double jump.
I think it's really cool. I'm curious how they're gonna incorporate that with like all the barriers in the game, and since they can jump a little bit higher, then they might be able to go to like most places we're not supposed to go and whatnot. But the double jump, the second jump doesn't seem that much higher, so yeah.
I would assume they're gonna have like places where only Demon Hunters can get up to.
Yeah. The way I see it, it'll mostly apply to Legion, but you do have to consider people playing Demon Hunters are gonna want to have stuff for transmog and whatever. They're gonna be going to older places and checking out what different places they can actually go to that other classes can't. The whole topic of the Everbloom comes to mind, even though they've hotfixed it now. But I mean, that place, that dungeon, was like the place for wall jumping, especially in the latest weekend event. Now, taking into consideration the way that Demon Hunters work, being them, part of the Illidari, the actual disciples of Illidan, the other thing that we do have to take into consideration is that they are, in fact, a hero class. So if you guys remember, the only other hero class in WoW have been Death Knights, and the reason that they're a hero class is because of the way you start off their questing experience. What with the whole thing where you start off at level 55, is it? Yeah, level 55, and you go through the whole thing near Light's Hope and all that, and have a very heroic opening to their introduction into World of Warcraft. What do you guys think will be the experience for Demon Hunters?
I honestly think they're going to start at either 85, 90, possibly 100. Because Death Knights started 25 levels below the level cap, which would put it at 85, but they did say that they would, if we started the Demon Hunter, we could smooth right into the content, which would ideally be at 100, but I feel like that would be a little bit too easy. I feel like they would make us work for it a little bit at like 90, and then we could get into it, because 90 to 100 is really not that hard.
Exactly, and it'll also give you a chance to get used to the playstyle too.
Jupe, are you gonna make a Demon Hunter?
You bet.
What's that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said if it was fat.
She said you bet.
Oh. A fat Demon Hunter. That'll be interesting. The fell energies make them ripped, so that's gonna be difficult.
I'm just kind of curious because it's a new race, or not race, but class rather. If they're gonna be like OP when monks were when they first came out.
Oh, didn't you see the video? They're gonna be OP as hell.
I mean, of course they're gonna be OP because just the look of them, they're freaking badass.
I'm curious if you can do the dash in midair.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would. Especially when you get like knocked into the air or something.
Kind of like how warriors can charge in midair.
Yeah, and avoid fall damage.
Yeah. And just like the warlock, what is it, meteor fall or whatever it's called.
Okay, so let me read you from the Legion website. Hero class, the Demon Hunter. Dominate your foes as a Demon Hunter, an elven outcast shunned for daring to wield the terrible powers of the Legion. Exhibiting superior mobility and a preternatural sense of awareness, Demon Hunters can tap into forbidden powers at times of dire need, metamorphosizing into terrifying fell forms. Focus on Havoc to demolish any who stand in your way with fiery demonic attacks, or specialize in Vengeance and go toe-to-toe with even the most powerful demons, withstanding massive punishment as their attacks fuel your hatred. So some of their special abilities include Spectral Sight, which from what they spoke about will actually let you see through walls and see hidden enemies and even people who are cloaked and stuff. So the way I see it, that's gonna be OP just by itself, especially in PvP.
Right.
Then we have Metamorphosis. Demon hunters transform into hellish forms, enhancing their formidable powers. Damage-focused Illidari gain incredible swiftness and damage, allowing them to finish their prey, while those who prize defense become highly invincible in their demonic forms. So it's essentially an overpowered version of the Warlock Metamorphosis of sorts.
Yeah.
And then we have Unrivaled Mobility, which is definitely featured in the video that Blizzard showed us. Demon hunters can double jump, OP, vault in and out of combat, and even unfold their monstrous wings to perform gliding descents and surprise enemies from above.
Wow.
They're gonna be really cool.
Could they possibly be too cool?
No.
Maybe at first till they smack him with a nerf bat because people are complaining.
Oh yeah, but that'll be like in patch 7.1 or something. Until then, just go crazy.
Oh, and I also saw something about big changes to the way PvP is done and stuff like that. I mean, I don't PvP, but it seems pretty interesting.
Anybody who knows me knows that I hate PvP. I'm particularly bad at it. But the way that they're describing it now is like, you know how in Cataclysm they added Battle Pets, so that's essentially Pokemon in WoW. They've added the farm in Pandaria, so that's essentially Farmville. Now they're adding Call of Duty with the new revamped honor system. So essentially, you're gonna be able to unlock cosmetic things. Stuff like special icons for your character, titles, certain looks for your character, stuff like that, based on you PvPing. Now, essentially the way that works, they're getting rid of the way you gain honor points, conquest points, those type of things. And essentially now you're not gonna be more powerful than other players because of gear. And that's the one thing that I did find particularly interesting, because if there's one thing that demotivates people from doing PvP is the fact that, well, if you're simply not geared for it, you're just not gonna do well in it. But now it seems as though, okay, if you go into PvP, it's really more about your skill than anything else. And I honestly believe that's a lot better.
I think they've been trying to implement that in Warlords of Draenor with both sets of gears will work in either or. Whereas it says, you know, if you go into PvP, your item level goes up to whatever, you know, and you can also use it as PvE gear.
True, although in this case, they're also changing the way that in itself works, because now we're getting PvP talents separate from PvE talents. Can I get a hell yeah?
Interesting. Hell yeah.
Because this is something that a lot of people have been demanding for quite some time. And they're finally going to be implementing it, which is rather interesting.
Well, that's kind of the way it was back when you could choose your talent trees.
True, but again, you had PvP and PvE combined in the same talent tree. Now, you have separate trees for each type of content, which is actually going to make it a lot easier for a lot of people because, for one thing, you're no longer gonna get those people who are like, oh, you're doing it wrong. You've chosen PvP talents. If you want to beat this raid boss, you're gonna have to respec your character and so on and so forth.
Right.
So now there's a quote-unquote tree for both.
Mm-hmm. Now, they haven't explained exactly how that's gonna work, or how you're gonna switch between PvE and PvP, but again, that's what we have BlizzCon for. It's just a couple of months away. Now, one thing that I don't think has been touched upon a lot in the discussions of this expansion is flight. Considering we're getting Dalaran as a neutral city hub, what are your thoughts on flying in this expansion?
I hope they put it in.
I hope so too. I mean, I would love to not have to go through all this bullshit of Warlords of Draenor stuff again, getting all the achievements.
They didn't go about explaining how they're gonna implement it, but considering Dalaran is gonna be part of the Broken Isles in this expansion, it only makes sense that they will implement flying. At least at like a level 110. At least.
So this is basically going to be before Dalaran lifted up and went to the city in the sky, I guess, right? Where the big crater is.
Oh no. We're in present day. Wow, because sure they showed the reveal with Gul'dan in the cave and finding Illidan in the crystal and reviving him. That's actually in our Azeroth. This is our time way. So I don't know what the hell happened with Gul'dan at the end of Warlords. Everybody assumed that he was sent to the Twisting Nether, but if he was, I don't know if it was Kil'jaeden or if it was even Sargeras himself, who sends him over to what's it called? There's a name of this place. Let me check. It's the Vault of the Wardens, to find Illidan and use him in order to open up the demon portals in the Broken Isles and help the Legion cross over. And it has been said that this is like the biggest demon invasion of Azeroth since the War of the Ancients. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
I mean, being the biggest demon invasion we've seen so far, it also makes sense that they implement the hero halls. So essentially, this is Garrisons 2.0.
Oh yes, hero halls. Yeah, that's another thing I'm excited about.
Now, what I find interesting about it is that it's not really like every player gets the same thing, like we did in Warlords. Here, you're gonna get a different hall depending on your class, and essentially only members of your class can enter. And at least from your perspective, you're gonna be the leader of this thing, so you're gonna get followers and stuff, but rather than getting them to go on missions or whatever, you're actually going to be using them to open up missions, open up quest lines, and who knows, you might actually go with them to do these missions, find the different artifacts you need to defeat the Burning Legion, and go on adventures. So rather than sending your followers so that they can have their adventures, this time, you're the one going on adventures with them. Thoughts?
You know, I like it. I think it'd be neat if they brought back like the class-specific mounts to like go on adventures and get that stuff too. That'd be pretty neat.
Well, essentially, that's what we have here. And taking that into consideration, we also touched the topic of artifacts. Thoughts?
I fucking can't wait. I'm glad they brought back the talent trees for the artifact weapons. I hope they don't get rid of them. I like the different it's kind of not transmogs, but you can like change the look of the weapons.
Different colors, yeah.
Yeah, which I'm really excited for. That way you can, you can fit some transmogs, which will be nice. And so I can't wait for those.
Well, of course you're excited. You're gonna get the freaking Ashbringer.
Hell yes.
Now, they haven't revealed what everyone's gonna get, but you're not only gonna get an artifact weapon based on your class, you're gonna get an artifact weapon based on your spec. And something amazing was revealed recently when they showed off a spear, a sort of Tauren spear from the high mountains. And it's apparently an artifact for hunters. So apparently survival hunters are going to change, and they're going to be a melee hunter spec. So they're going to be like using melee weapons with pets.
I thought they were without pets for melee. No, wait, yeah, with pets, that's right. Jupiter was mentioning something about that, and Beastmaster's going to be ranged with pets, and Marksman's going to be melee, or ranged without pets.
Yeah, and she's like really upset about it, aren't you, Jupe?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, say something.
What the heck is this bar I have on the bottom here? It says concentration. That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Concentration?
Legendary concentration. Oh, it's for the legendary staff weapon. That's what that's about.
Oh, well, I haven't gotten that far. In case anybody was wondering, Drac right now is doing Firelance. He's trying to get his mounts.
Yeah, which the first one didn't drop, so...
Well, good luck with the second one.
Those drop rates are ridiculous. It's like a 2% drop.
I've seen them both drop once, both mounts, when I've been here, and guess who wins both of them? Choop, choop, choop.
I'm waiting for Jupe's reaction.
She is so lucky. I mean, there's another mount in Throne of the Four Winds, too, I've seen drop one time, and guess who wins it?
Joopy Joop Joop?
Uh-huh.
Jupe, what's your secret?
I'm sure she's sitting back in her
I'm
chair laughing.
cute.
So what, just because you're cute, you're allowed all the mounts?
Of course.
By the ancients. Now, speaking of mounts, there's been a lot of speculation because of one of the things that was shown in the trailers. We're finally getting moose in Warcraft, so all Canadian players rejoice. Finally, the prophecy set forth by Ghostcrawler has come to pass, and we're getting moose in World of Warcraft, and we're in fact even getting...
Hallelujah!
we're in fact getting Tauren with moose antlers. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Will we actually be getting a moose mount?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe druids will be able to transform into a moose or something.
Holy shit, a new travel form maybe?
Well, they already kind of have that reindeer looking thing, so it's close enough.
Yeah, because here's the thing. This expansion is gonna be very druid heavy in terms of lore, especially since the Broken Isles is where the first druids of Azeroth originally came from. And I believe the first druid was actually Malfurion himself, wasn't he?
Speaking of Malfurion, yep, I'm looking right at him right now. Then we have Cenarius and Archdruid Hamul Rune Totem.
Yay, I love Hamul.
So I would assume they'd be into playing this next expansion.
Well, considering we have Illidan in this thing, I would guess that his brother would definitely have something to do with it. He hasn't actually even been mentioned so far in terms of the expansion, but we do know we're gonna get a lot of Druid lore, and we're finally gonna be able to see something out of the Emerald Dream. It has been said that one of the raids will actually have us enter the Emerald Dream and fight off some of the Emerald Nightmare. So that's gonna be
I think I've only done that quest one time. And I think it's Alliance only quest like Night Elf, isn't it?
Oh my god, please don't tell me that.
For the Emerald Dream thing. No, I'm talking about the actual old quest from what the hell zone's it in? Jesus, I don't even remember.
Is it one where you have to pick up some acorns?
Yeah.
No, that's both Horde and Alliance. You're talking about the quest where you save the guy in Ice Crown?
No, I was thinking about the acorn. I thought it was Alliance only, but never mind.
Alright. So let's see. Aside from that, we're also going to be getting a lot of lore regarding the Vrykul, which is actually kind of interesting. Because so far, we've only known the Vrykul from Northrend. But it has been said in the lore that they've previously sent out lesser Vrykul, like to the southern continents of Azeroth, and essentially that's where humans came from. But it would seem that some actually made their way to the Broken Isles and have set home there. And supposedly we're also going to be getting lots of lore regarding the Valkyr. So that's going to be really interesting, and that might actually come into play with the whole fact that Sylvanas is going to be actively invested in this particular expansion.
Oh wow.
Now, we have mentioned the level cap, we have mentioned the character boost to 100. They mentioned improved social features, but we don't know what they are just yet. There's also an improved transmogrification system, but they haven't spoken about it either. So those are the type of things that we're going to be waiting on at BlizzCon to see what comes out of the woodwork. Some people have said that this expansion is going to be a rehash of the Burning Crusade. I honestly don't see it. I think this is a very brave and interesting direction that they're taking the story. And I wouldn't say that I'm hyped, but I'm seriously looking forward to what's coming. How do you guys feel about it?
I'm definitely excited, but leery at the same time because you just never know. I mean, it sounds like a great expansion, but we'll see how it plays out, I guess.
Well, a lot of people have said that, well, for one thing, Warlords was like the latest expansion to get like a lot of hype, and it actually brought back a whole bunch of players, but the content just wasn't there. But Blizzard has said that this particular expansion has had the most amount of developers working on it at the same time, so that's something to look forward to. And I mean, it is 10 levels of content. It features new lore, new characters, old characters, all sorts of stuff. Hell, we're getting an older Anduin Wrynn. We're getting a lot of people involved. I don't know, I have a really good feeling about this one. And not just because of the Demon Hunters. What do you think, Creighton?
Sorry, what was the question?
What are your expectations for this expansion? Are you hyped? Are you cautious about it? Are you excited by what's coming?
Oh, the hype is real. The hype is fucking real. I am so excited for it. I can't wait for it to come out. The things I'm most excited about are the demon hunters and the artifacts. There's something I was gonna say, I completely forgot, but yeah.
Okay, so essentially, Drac is cautious, I'm excited, you're hyped, and Jupe is meh.
And Jude wants to go kill things.
I'm excited,
Then
like
go
I
kill
said,
things.
but cautious at the same time. You know, you just never know.
Well, talking about killing things, it has already been said, guys. Hebbet Dessingwer is coming back. If there's new animals to kill, he'll be there.
Of course you will.
Oh, and Jupe is particularly happy because she's a hunter.
Yeah.
Alrighty guys, so this has been our reaction and thoughts on the new expansion. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add to this discussion?
For the Horde.
For the Horde!
Loktar Ogar. Okay guys, so probably as you can see in the background, we just went off yesterday and killed off Illidan. And at some point I got stuck in a position where it looked like I was taking a poop or something. I don't know.
That was funny.
Can we go kill him again?
It
No?
would have to be on a different character, and I actually have to go in a little bit, but I'll be back. If you want to kill him when I get back, it's up to you. I don't know why you want to kill him so bad, but alright. So guys, this has been the Inner Circle's discussion of the new World of Warcraft expansion, Legion. Please remember to subscribe to my channel so you can see more content for both World of Warcraft and other games I play. And as always, please remember to like the video and comment if you want to discuss anything else regarding this expansion. And we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully misadventures? Wink wink, nudge nudge.
Ding ding.
That's your cue to talk, Drac.
Woohoo!
Alrighty then, so as always, take care and we'll see you in the new one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye!